Hello, hello, hello. It's we're back in the room, and it is, I guess it's coffee time. It's Friday. We've done it. We've done a week. It's February. Wow. We're doing the news. So you don't have to do the news. I haven't looked at the moment. It's my first look on the Daily Mail website. Good news, everybody. Gary Glitter's free from jail. Hooray! Let's hope he doesn't go to PC World, eh? Might want to steer clear of that one. What else is there? Scientists have created an entirely new type of ice. Okay, colour me interested. This new form of ice is amorphous. Yeah? And it neither floats nor sinks. Here we go. They've put some balls on ice. Chilly. I wouldn't choose to do that. But yeah, it more closely resembles liquid water than any other kind. And there's another picture of it. It's amorphous, which means it's unlike ordinary crystalline ice, where the molecules arrange themselves in regular patterns. Its molecules are disorganised and resemble a liquid. Well then, surely it's a liquid. See that there, that's your ice. That's your liquid. I think they've just made very cold water, haven't they? But they reckon it could hold clues to life out there in the universe. Ooh. Okay. Whatever you say. Look, if water is cold and has a crystalline structure, then it's ice. And if it doesn't, then it's just cold water, isn't it? They've just discovered cold water. Oh, we've got a Neighbours from Hell dispute. Excellent. We love these. This is Norma Yosin Smith. She's from New Barnet in North London, and she claims the fence between her house and the neighbour's house, that's Anthony and Julie Alexander, strayed into a garden when it was put up, partitioning some of her trees and shrubs. Right? At a trial at Central London County Court, Judge Alan Johns thrown out the main part of Mrs. Yosin Smith's case, rejecting claims that their boundary was incorrectly marked out. Right. She also alleged that her neighbours undermined her patio foundation by repeated use of a jet spray, another claim dismissed by the judge. And we've got a picture here. I mean, I don't know about you, but I can't really tell what's what. Just where's the boundary? We need Daily Mail. We need a red line. But yeah, this is they put up a fence on the right side along a boundary line laid out by a surveyor. So, okay, it's good to know. Are there any other markings? There's some more pictures of trees. But again, they've got to mark the boundaries. And this is from the front. Okay. But yeah, the judge, right, has thrown it out. Yeah, he's thrown out the case, right? And he told Mrs. Yosin Smith to just stop, just give up, because it's cost her £100,000 in legal costs so far. Right? And this is Yosin Smith, here she is. But yeah, it's cost her a fortune already. But yeah, the long-running feud kicked off in 2002 and carried on. In 2007, they commissioned a specialist surveyor to fix the boundary line, and it's just gone on from there. That's a lot of money. They said, yeah, Judge Johns went to find that part of Alexander's fence was leaning into Mrs. Yosin Smith's garden due to dilapidation and was in law a nuisance, although the Alexanders have accepted this and agreed to carry out repairs. He also went on to find that their fence at the front of the house likewise partly encroached, commenting, I find there is a nuisance by encroachment due to the extent of half the width of some of the posts. He refused to order an injunction against the Alexanders and said that Mrs. Yosin Smith should be entitled to a modest sum in compensation, and he awarded her £500. So for 100 grand, she got 500 quid. That's just stupid. That's an exercise in stupidity. Now we're going to talk about the case of Jacqueline Vaduro of Palm Springs. Right? She was shocked. Here she is. She was shocked. She's looking shocked in that picture, right? When detectives turned up at her house. Oh. Yeah, apparently detectives turned up because they've found a match. She'd done one of these 23andMe DNA tests that you can do, and I guess the police have access to it. That's put me right off. I wonder what crimes they'd connect me to. Only the crime of being devilishly good looking. But yeah, they matched her to a cold case from 1986 where a woman was shot and dumped. Yeah, dumped. Oh look, I've just got a software update message coming from OBS. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Not now, OBS. I'm busy. But yeah, the late Vaduro from Palm Springs said she found herself living in her own Dateline episode after San Diego cold case homicide detectives gave her a call. So yeah, they called her up. But yeah, they matched her to the woman who'd been fatally shot. Right? Ooh. Yeah. And they think that she might be a family member because of a DNA test uploaded to 23andMe. But it says here, police departments do not have access to 23andMe data, but had connected Vaduro through a long-lost cousin whose DNA had already been in the GD match system. I don't know what that is. But yeah. And detectives were later determined that the victim was from her mother's side after Vaduro's mother sent her own DNA sample to the police. Wow, there you go. And here she is, well, dressed in a rather criminal outfit, I reckon now. It's very bright. But yes, there you go. Oh, that's good, isn't it? But they still haven't identified the woman. They know she's a relative, but they haven't quite made the connections yet. So that's pretty important. What a case, eh? Good news, everybody. Rail strikes could last until 2026. That'd be fine. It'd be fine. This is a story that broke this morning. Apparently there's a massive Chinese surveillance balloon hovering over the north of United States. Yes, we have a picture of it. This is the balloon over Montana. No, that's not a reference to a Frank Zappa song. But yeah, I reckon it's a surveillance balloon. And they've even marked out the route. China's that way. China. Well, surely if they got it down, if they shot it down, it'd have "Made in China" written on it, wouldn't it? That's how they know. And yeah, I think there's a video. Please don't let it be an advert. There's an advert. We don't want an advert. There's a 30-second advert just so we can see a Chinese satellite balloon, spy balloon. They could have actually done this surveillance by satellite. Why would they need to send a balloon? It's quite curious, but I know the American authorities are reluctant to shoot it down just in case the debris lands on homes. But Montana's pretty kind of empty as a state. It's not built up. I guess, well, it depends where it's floating. But here it is. Look at it. Fascinating. It looks like a balloon. So yeah, they're spying on America. Not doing a very good job of it. But yeah, they need to. Apparently, it's been tracked going across the northern states of America. Meanwhile, don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep. No, that isn't the warning from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Have you seen that? Have you seen that one? Which remake do you prefer? This is the story of Damien Harris, right? He was celebrating his birthday, and his girlfriend Alex King, and they're both from Birmingham. He thought, well, I'm going to have some fun because he fell asleep. He fell asleep at 7:30 p.m. And so whilst he was out for the count, I think maybe some liquid refreshment may have been involved. She decided to make him up. I think it looks quite good. He could be on that programme, couldn't he? What's that programme where they're all dolled up? Newsnight? Is that the one? I can't remember. But there you go. I'm sure he thought it was, and this is what he looks like normally with his girlfriend who did him up. There you go. He could get used to it. I mean, he might make it a permanent feature. What a makeover! But here he is, like, you don't look too upset about it. But yeah, don't fall asleep. Never fall asleep, because you never know what they're going to do to you. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. There's some stories we're not going to cover. Now, yesterday they did a story about wood burners, do you remember? And the pollution. Well, the Daily Mail, they say, hey, we've got how to get the best out of your wood burner. Apparently 1.5 million homes use wood burners. I did not know that. But you can use it to cook. See, look, the people are cooking. He's cooking a steak in his wood burner. There you go. Wow. I never. See, these people are. Yeah, see, they're cooking their dinner on top of it. God, do they throw out that much heat? That'd be dangerous. And this fella, he's cooked a pizza. But what about the pollution? So they're using it as it's almost like an Arga, isn't it? And they've got a potato baking in theirs. Some way of doing it, I suppose. But I thought the pollution. What about the pollution? And this is where I pretend to be a YouTuber and I go, and if you've cooked your meal in a wood burner, let us know in the comments section below. Okay. And this is the story of Verity Jones. Fortunate name, that. Who'd name their child Verity? Must be an idiot. She's been celibate for 11 years. Let's have a look at her. Come on, Daily Mail website. Why are you broken? Here she is. She's been celibate for 11 years, apparently. Okay. I wonder why. But she got pregnant. Yeah, she got pregnant with donor sperm from a man she found online and a £25 insemination kit. Because this is a thing now. You can go on like Facebook and that, and there's a whole unregulated semen donation scene, I guess. And yeah, she said people go through a lot of money going to doctors. But he said he delivered his sperm in a donation pot, and by some miracle it worked the first time. We still talk every year on my daughter's birthday, and it worked out bizarrely well. Remember, folks, if you send me a self-stamped addressed envelope, I'll send you sperm by return of post for free. That joke doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. Where are we going? Remember, it doesn't take long. I've just got to knock one out. There you go. It's terrible. It's terrible, isn't it? Meanwhile, this company's in trouble. This Brighton-based business is in trouble because they're called Lord of the Bins. Yeah, they're refuse collectors, and one ring, and they'll remove it all. You see what they've done there? But they're in trouble because I shit you not. They've actually been taken to court. Yeah, they had a letter served on them on the 18th of January by law firm Simmons and Simmons, acting for Middle Earth Enterprises, who owns the worldwide stage, film and merchandising rights to The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings trilogy written by J.R.R. Tolkien. Not J.R. Hartley, J.R.R. Tolkien. And but they're going to fight it. They're saying we just want to make people smile. And they argue they're just trying to make a living and doubt people will confuse them with Lord of the Rings. Exactly. Do they think Gandalf's going to turn up and magic their rubbish away? I do not think so. Do they think they're going to have Gollum crawling around looking for a ring, looking for it? No, it's not going to happen. But yeah, just in case you mistake them for that. I think it's brilliant, Lord of the Bins. I just love the creative. I love it. Fish shops, they have always the best ones, don't they? You know. I can't believe it's not battered. I just made that one up. Mind you, have you seen the price of Lurpak? Have you seen the price of Lurpak? I haven't done that for a long time because look, they actually did a story. Look. The price of Lurpak is up 37%. Can you believe it? A 500-gram tub of the premium Danish butter. It's not Marge Payne. It's butter. Has cost a fiver now, compared to £3.65 a year ago. I mean, that's just bonkers, isn't it? And the kilo. Get a kilo for £9.35. Shocking, but I reckon all the spreads are going up. All the spreads. Look, they're even putting security tags on. Apparently it's worth more than gold. No, it's not. That's not true. That's a lie. But here you go. Here's an infogram looking at Lurpak compared to Nordpak compared to Danepak. These are the cheaper knockoff brands that are competing. We're using Sainsbury's own brand of spreadable butter now because, you know, it's just cheaper, isn't it? Really, it's just cheaper because you'd think me being, you know, YouTube's top live streamer at 2 minutes to 1 on a Friday, that I'd be able to afford Lurpak. No. And where were we? Lord of the Bins. I've got to find where I am now. All the stories have changed on the Daily Mail website. That's not fair. You've mixed them all up. They've moved all the stories around. Right, it's a bit. Let's go to let's go to Iowa. Iowa! The Glen Oaks Alzheimer's Special Care Centre in Urbandale, right? A woman was declared dead there on January the 3rd, right? The lady had early onset dementia, anxiety and depression, had been in hospice care since December 28th, and they declared her dead, and she was placed in a zip body bag and taken to the Ankeny Funeral Home. And this is Glen Oaks. This is what it looks like. That's the care home you don't want to go to. And this is the Ankeny Funeral Home where they delivered the body. Do you know where this is going? Yep. And yeah, following day at 8:26 a.m, funeral staff unzipped the body bag and observed the lady's chest was moving and she was gasping for air. When emergency medical services responded, they were able to record her pulse and show her breath. She was taken to Mercy Lake West Hospital, where she breathed in but was unresponsive. She was returned to hospice care and died on January the 5th. There you go. And yeah, the funeral home has been... the care home, not funeral home. The care home has been fined $10,000 for... Well... I mean, come on, only a couple of days out, aren't they? Only a couple of days out. Give them a little bit of elbow room. You know? How about some futuristic architecture? This is a design concept for a floating city. This is Anglo-Italian architectural project designed by Luca Kirky Architects and Tim Fu Design. And yeah, look at this. Oh, it's like the future. It's going to float. It's going to float away. Oh, look at that. Look, it's like the future. It's like a dystopian future, isn't it? Oh, we'd soon mess that up in no time, missus, wouldn't we? There'd be trainers everywhere and books discarded. Dogs' toys. I don't know. I don't like the look of the future. Looks a bit clean. Too clean. So yeah, in the future we'll be all living in floating cities. This is a good one. This is West Malin railway station in Kent. I've got to get this queued up properly. Here we go. People are fleeing the train. Why is that? Because boom! It exploded. Yeah. This is in West Malin. So yeah. Eyewitnesses showed giant flames flying from beneath the carriage during yesterday afternoon's incident. The fire required 2 fire engines to extinguish the flames after passengers were evacuated. I mean, it looks... Oh, look at that. It's like something from a movie, isn't it? My goodness. But luckily, no one was hurt. And they got everyone off in time, so... That's all right, isn't it? Right, where are we? So we've done that. How long have we done? I feel like we must be getting somewhere. We've done this one before. But we're going to do it again. We've covered this lady before, Mary Magdalene. I don't know if you remember her, but she's addicted to surgery and she looks like this. Yeah? She spent over $100,000 on surgery in the last 3 years and has almost died on the operating table several times. Really? Yeah. Well, she's had a bit of, I don't know what they call it, botched, because one of her implants have burst and now she's just got one giant, whatever that is. What would you call that? I don't know. A hump? Just don't do it. One of her 10 kilogram breast implants exploded. And yeah, there's another angle there for you. Sometimes you think the world's just got a little bit mad. Why would you do that to yourself? But they do, don't they? They do, though. Meanwhile, let's go to Pret a Manger in Highbury and Islington. Oh. Come on. You can tell that my computer is just having a hard time of it. And what we've got here, if we can get it queued up, this is, like I say, Pret a Manger in Highbury and Islington. How do you get it to replay itself? I'm waiting for the video to replay. Because it's a TikToky video. Can we play it? Here we go. Yeah, so what's happening is these two men are going outside to indulge in a fight. Look. He throws, look, they throw their coffees at each other. Look at that. Why would you do that? That's wasted coffee, isn't it? What was that all about? Yeah, they said it was the most, was it the most middle class brawl ever? Handbags at dawn. Meanwhile, we're going to Singapore. This is Kawashikan. Here he is. He doesn't look like a plonker, but trust me, he is. What's he been up to? I'm going to tell you. Give me a chance. Give me a moment. I'm going to tell you. He is suing a woman for £1.9 million. Why? Right? He's a director of drone company D1 Racing, and he's filed lawsuits against Nora Tan Shumai. What for? What did she do? Well, he's suing her for emotional trauma after she refused to be his girlfriend following the pair's 4-year friendship. And she's filed a countersuit which says she's seeking money that she spent on securing a home for Mr. Karashikan and on counselling sessions. Yeah. There you go. So, do you think he's got any chance of winning that? I don't think so. Good luck. But that's nothing to this story. Why, what's going on, Darren? There's something bad happening in Japan. Yeah. There's something bad. Right? At Kaiten Sushi, which is a chain of sushi restaurants. Right? What's going on? Sushi terrorism. Yes, sushi terrorism is happening. People are deliberately meddling with the dishes as they go around the conveyor belt. Again, for those people who don't know what that looks like, there's these conveyor belts where the sushi dishes go around, and yeah, on Twitter and other social media sites, people have been deliberately fiddling with the food, messing the food up. You're playing pranks on customers, and they're calling it sushi terrorism. Shocking. See one video filmed in Gifu caused stocks in the restaurant's parent company to plummet 5% on Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, one clip has been seen 40 million times on Twitter. Shows what appears to be a teenager licking the open top of a communal soy sauce bottle and the entire rim of a teacup, which he then places back on a shelf. And then, yeah, the clip shows him to licking his finger and to touch 2 pieces of sushi, presumably ordered by another customer as it travels past on the conveyor belt. Yeah, a lot. Their share prices of Kaiten Sushi. Why can't they call it Goshu Sushi? Yeah, has caused shares to plummet. Other videos have shown people putting wasabi on passing pieces of sushi, licking spoons. You know, it's a sushi crime wave, I reckon. But most of the outrage is reserved for those who show contempt for the country's high standard of hygiene. This is sickening, one Twitter user wrote. I can't go to a conveyor belt sushi restaurant anymore. Sushiro, the market leader, said this week the man who'd made the viral video had apologised along with his parents, but added it had filed criminal and civil cases. There you go. Sushi terrorism. You heard it here first. But this crime takes the biscuit. We're going to Spain, right? And there was a break-in at 11:30 p.m. on Wednesday night at an industrial estate in Carmona near Seville in Spain. Right, here we go. What did they steal? Oh, you want to know, right? Right, they stole these, and they're worth more than £15,000 each. Yeah, they're gold covered sex toys, and they've got specialist toys like this as well that were stolen in the raid. So they were targeted. The thing is it Dreamlove? That's the name of the warehouse and the people that make the toys. These are specialist sex toys. I reckon that they won't be able to sell them because they're easily identifiable. Is there a black market for stolen dildos? I do not know. But maybe they can melt them down. Are they solid? Are they solid? Are they hard? Solid? Can they do that? I don't know. Shocking what people will steal, isn't it? But yeah, gold-plated sex toys. Just go on eBay. I'm sure they're on eBay. But now we're going to end on an animal story. We're going to join Bobby. He's a Portuguese farm dog. Right? He's a Rafeiro del Haliencio breed, and he lives in the Lira district of Portugal. And he's 30 years and 267 days old, and that makes him a bona fide Guinness World Record holder. He's a record breaker, yeah. I won't do the whole Record Breakers song, not unless you pay me money. But there you go. And he's still healthy enough to play with the family's 4 cats. Here he is. Here's a close-up. Ah, good old Bobby. He was born on the 11th of May 1992. Ah, here he is playing with the cat. Ah, but that's not bad, is it? That's not bad going at all. Ah, good old Bob. And here he is having a kip. There you go. Can we do it? Can we do it? Let's see if we can do it. And there's my one. She's pretending to have a kip. She's kind of looking at me. There you go. So yeah, bit of dog cam as well. So we're going to end it there. End it there. I'll see if there's anybody in the room, in the chat room. There's 6 people in, guys. It's really not working today, is it? Formula is, and he says, wait until Gary Glitter catches up the culture shift and finds out he could have been a woman all along. Exactly, I bet he's kicking himself. He's kicking it. But apparently, the jail where he was held is really cushy. They've got a nice garden, and they've got a giant chess set that they can play with outside. And they've got benches. It's lovely. It was down in Dorset, I think, called the Verne or something. Thomas is in, he says hi. Brendan's in, he says, my neighbours extending their fence due to my nude sunbathing. I thought it was the microscope that they needed to see your genitals that was the bigger problem. They had this giant microscope. Yeah. And it used to, the sun gleamed off it and set his bush on fire. It's true. Thomas has given me money. I like Thomas. Be like Thomas and give me money. Come on, let's see if I can do it. Thomas wants to do it anonymously, but no, I'm not going to let Thomas get away with it. Thank you, Thomas, for the cash. Appreciated. Scott's in. He says, morning. Hi, everybody. Hi. And Andrew says, hi. I'm in, and I've listened to Animals 5.1 Surrounded. He's quite good. It's only quite good. Not really good. And Alan Cawthorne's in. He says, is that not the ball from Harry Kane's penalty? I think that's still in orbit, isn't it? Is it still orbiting? It could be. Who could forget when he spannered that, eh? Oh my goodness. Who could forget? Oh dear. Oh, I don't know. Formula Carl's laughing. You obviously found that funny. Thomas says, oh yeah, very easy to get confused with Lord of the Rings and Lord of the Bins. Thomas says, do you get Lurpak? We used to, but not anymore because I'm just a poor YouTuber. And Rene's in, he says hi. Hi Rene. Well, that was it. That was it for the weekend. Because the weekend starts now. Let you into a secret. It might be new guitar day. It might be a new guitar day. Shh. I've been very, very naughty. And I'm going to sod off now. And I suggest you sod off too. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. And hopefully we'll do this all again soon. Killing the channel. One video at a time. That was the news. And you know, you got to drink it up. Ta-ta.